Hey guys, what's going on? Cody from Mad Vapes Easily here, and today I got a new build tutorial for you on a new RDTA that we just got in. It is the YStar Vitamin tank. So this tank is a very interesting, very different thing that I saw on the market, and I just really like the look of it and the overall just build of it, and I thought it would be interesting to do a build on. This is the tank itself right here. And as you'll see, this is a, the material is called Ultim. I want to say they use this on the new Goon LPs. It's basically like Delrin, but a lot stronger, resistant, I think is how they describe it. But it gives it a really nice look. The tank itself is very pretty. It's got some, like, it looks Russian. I might be wrong, though, on the side of it. And then it's got just this little, I don't know if you can see it. It's like an X. And there's just a dot above it. So I'm not very familiar with what that is. But overall, I think the tank looks very nice. It's Genesis style, like the Avocado or the Limitless, anything like that. And y'all know how I love these kinds of tanks. So I decided to do a build on it, of course. The airflow is pretty cool. You either have a choice of 4 airflow holes. So you've got 2 there. If you can see my glasses through it. And then 2 there, which let me see if I can line it up where you can see it. There it is. So 2 there. Or if you turn this little ring right here, it'll go down to 2 airflow holes. They say this thing gives a lot of flavor. I've read a lot of rave reviews about it, and that's why I decided to put it in the shop. But we're going to go ahead and do a build on it and see if all of those rumors hold up. And let's get right into it. So I'm going to be using some 26 wrapped in 32. We're going to be doing about 7 wraps of it on a 3mm bit or a screwdriver. And make sure you have those tight, concise wraps. You want them as uniform as possible. So we're actually going to be doing something a little bit differently too. A lot of the builds that I saw done on this excuse me, were actually where it had 4 coils in it. So I thought, well, I got nothing better to do today. Let's do 4 coils. Alright, there's 7 on that one. I've already have one of them wrapped out just because I was trying to decide what I wanted to do to fit in there. Alrighty. So, let me get this wire where it's not going to bust and shoot wire everywhere. I hate when that crap happens. Alrighty, so we got our 4 coils. We're going to pull this top cap off here. Now I'm going to try to figure out how I'm going to get these in here. Because the way I saw them do it, they had one here, one here, yeah, okay, so we're going to have to clip the wire a little bit. I'm going to make these a little bit shorter. We definitely still want a little bit of length on them, though, because we want to be able to kind of move them around in the deck. Because we're going to have to position them just right once we get them in here. And anything with 4 coils is normally finicky because we're doing it with 4 holes, of course, but it's 2 pieces of wire in each hole, and that's just frustrating sometimes. This build is definitely not one for the faint of heart, I would say. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put these in. Alright, those are in. Put these in. Oops. See, that's going to be a problem. But I think I can do it. I'm not too super worried. Alright, we got those in.
You know, I'm actually kind of curious. I feel like the picture that I saw had 4 in it, but I don't. Oh yeah. I see how they're doing it. Sorry, it's still early in the morning, guys, and take me a minute to catch up. My mind's still waking up. Alright, now that we got them all in there, we're going to tighten these down and pray for the best. Oh, and if you have a question about what this box is that I'm building on, this is actually the Asmodus Minikin V2. I think I did a review of it already on our channel, but I just wanted to point it out to y'all again. I really like the box. It's definitely, it's awesome. I mean, I like the touchscreen. That's what draws a lot of people's attention to it. This is the coffee colored one. They also have an army green, and that's the one I've been trying to get a hold of, but they're always out of stock, which I understand why. It's a really pretty green color. But alright, now that we got all these in here, let's start moving them around a little bit. Hopefully nothing will pop out on us. Alrighty. I just want to kind of spread these out a little bit so I can start moving them around. Really don't know. I don't want anything touching, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to avoid. Alright. Let's go ahead and start heating them up and shaping them out and seeing what we can do with that. So I've got this on 65. We're going to see if they're all heating up first. I don't know why this one decided it wanted to lay down right here. I tell you what, I have got a mess up in this thing. Alright, those two are heating up pretty nicely. I'll tell you what, this is a lot harder than it looks, and it looks pretty hard to me, folks, but I am determined to do it, and that's how you have to go into any build, really. Just be determined to do something entirely crazy, pray that it works, and if it doesn't, improvise, adapt, and overcome, because that's what building's about. That's how a lot of people that have started getting famous from doing building tutorials and stuff like that, they've just done something crazy and gone with it. And that's what we're doing today. I mean, this isn't in the realm of like wild stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out here who's probably do it in their sleep, but for me, this is something new, and it's good to challenge yourself on new builds and everything like that. And this one's definitely a challenge. I just want all of these to look the exact same. I'm going to move this one up a little bit. Alright, so now let's tighten down these screws again. I always tighten them down again after I heat them up. It makes the wire a little bit more malleable, so I feel like the screw will tighten into it a little bit better. Wow, all 4 of these coils are reading a 0.25. That's what they're ohming out at. It's actually kind of surprising. I figured it would have been a little bit higher, but I guess
Alright, we got those shaped out pretty good. I think what we're going to do is run a singular piece of cotton through 2 of them and then down into the wells. That's the only way I could really see juicing everything up right. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but we'll try it out and see what happens. You know, there's no really fill hole on this thing. Which is surprising. Alright, they're starting to cool down a little bit. I don't know how they necessarily expect you to fill this thing. I guess you just push one of the spots where the cotton comes through out and go from there, but it's still very odd. Alright guys, I'm back. I just had a customer walk in. Let me make sure it's still recording. Alright, we are good to go. So, previously on Cody Builds Like a Crazy Man, trying to get this cotton into this coil right here so that we can wick it up. Alright, I think I got it started. There we go. I honestly do not know how well this is going to work, so don't quote me on this. But you never know until you try. And generally with my Genesis style tanks, I don't wick it all the way down. I just try to wick it as close as possible to the top. I just feel like it wicks better that way. Let's see. Alright. I'm going to bring some of that cotton out a little bit. Alright, and let's do the same thing on the other side here. Alright, so now we're going to wick it through this side. This looks like this one might be a little bit easier. The review I saw they had on it, they didn't necessarily have it wicked, and I think they did that for a reason, because maybe this wasn't the best idea. I think they were just trying to show it off and be like, oh, you can put 4 coils on this, but they never really said if it worked or not. But, bump it. We'll do it anyways, see what happens. Because I'm just curious more than anything. You know how it is when you get something new and you want to play around with it and see what it does and all that cool jazz. Alright, we got it wicked up. We got 4 coils in it. Let me go grab some juice real quick. I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, I am back and I got some Max Strawberry here. We're going to go ahead and wick her up and just see what happens. So like I said, they weren't very specific on how you fill the tank once you've got everything in there, but we're just going to try to put it. There we go. Alright, so I guess you just got to put it to the side of the cotton hole there. Alright, I got her filled up, got her juiced. We're going to add a little bit more power. I'm
probably gonna hit this at. There's 4 coils on there. Let's just go ahead and do 100. Oop. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's do 100. Oh no, not 150. Just calm down, little box. Calm down. All right, 100. Well, I'll tell you this much. This little thing is gonna fog. It seems like it's honestly wicking. All right, I've got the 4 air hole mode on here. Let's take us a rip. Wow. So I'm using Max Strawberry in there. That cotton's still breaking in, mind you. She is fogging though. Here, I'm gonna stand back a little bit and show you. I mean, with 4 coils, she is chucking the vapor at 100 watts. It actually seems to be wicking. I didn't think it was going to. Y'all are probably laughing at me right now, or you probably X'd off of this video by now, but those of you who have stayed, I appreciate it. And I hope you like this build, and I definitely like it. There's definitely a lot of flavor out of this thing. We're going to try the 2 airflow holes. Ooh, even more flavor off of that. It is definitely a warm vape, though. I mean, I guess I can understand that because it's, you know, it's 4 coils. That little cap definitely holds up to its name and its reputation. It is not hot at all. The airflow ring is on fire, though. That thing is pretty hot. The spit, or like the honeycomb that's in there, normally I am not a big fan of honeycombs because what will happen to me is spit, or like the spit of the juice will catch on those honeycombs, and then you'll rip it one more time, and that's when it'll shoot it all at you at once. This is really not giving me any spit back whatsoever. I'm impressed with it. I really like it. It's definitely, actually, this setup that I've just built on and done is probably going to be my next setup. I really like the Minikin. I haven't seen something good from Asmodus in a while. I really haven't messed with Asmodus too much. But I really like this box, and this RDTA, man, this thing is fire. I mean, it's warm. The airflow ring is super hot to touch, but the cap, the Ultim, I think is how they say it. I might have said it earlier in the video. Just correct me if I'm wrong on that in the comments. But the Ultim cap is amazing. It's not getting hot. It's a little warm, but it's not like crazy, crazy hot. But if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll be sure to get back to you. All right, y'all have a great day.